Hi there, it's Sarah from Inspire Tarot. Hope you're all right today. The sun is actually shining, which is nice. We've had a lot of very cold weather and snow, so it's nice to see the sun. So let's see what we've got coming out today. We have projections. I like this card, it's cute. I like the tones and the pinks and the blues on these cards. So projections, yeah, we really need to watch our projections, because as we are the Son of God, our mind is the Son of God, we have the capacity to project whatever we want. And I know in A Course in Miracles it refers to extension as something good that we extend, something that's aligned with God, and a projection as something that we kind of disown or give away in a negative way. But I think this card really means projections, as in wanting us to focus on what are we putting out, what are we thinking about when we go through the day, and how are we behaving. So are we being loving, are we staying present? A long time ago in my journey, staying present was so difficult. I really just couldn't stay present. My mind was always in the past or the future, or just distracted, just generally distracted, which is difficult, and it just makes you feel, well, to me that's like the very definition of hell, for your mind to be somewhere your body isn't. It's just a very unpleasant place to be in. Definitely feeling like you're separated from where you want to be. You know, you want something different in the present moment, and then you're kind of stuck in that mental trap, which is not very nice. So we really need to focus on what we're putting out, and we can put out absolutely anything. And the more we heal, the easier it is to put out loving things. And the more we put out loving things, the more loving experiences and interpretations we get back. And then it's easier to believe that the world is good. So really it's just to start the process of pushing out wonderful thoughts and kindness to people. We can think the more loving we are, the more open we are to the Spirit guiding us. The Spirit can bring in miraculous situations and people and opportunities that we wouldn't be able to create ourselves because we feel too unworthy or too blocked. But we have the divine on our side, so whenever we want to ask for something inspiring or ask for help or be guided by the Spirit, yes, we have to step out of our comfort zone a lot of the time, but yeah, life can be much more like a treasure hunt. It can be much more exciting and interesting. See what comes next. This is the City of Dreams Oracle, which is cute. I quite like the cards. See what else comes out. The Messenger. So yeah, I think this lines up a little bit with the first card, in that we're here on earth, we are messengers for God, and it's our job to let people know that everyone is saved, that everyone is forgiven, that everyone is innocent, and to pass the message on. And I feel that the Holy Spirit will guide us. I know that A Course in Miracles is very much based on Christian symbolism, but it's also non-denominational, and we can awaken without any spiritual path, without any sort of religious or spiritual beliefs at all. As long as we believe in love and kindness and compassion and gentleness and all these wonderful qualities, then that's really what we need to awaken. And we can be a messenger of these truths just by living them as a demonstration, and sharing love and kindness and truths in any way that we feel inspired to. So yeah, we get given so many opportunities to speak and share this information, and I know that I share it as much as I can, for sure. So go your own way. So yeah, this is an interesting one to interpret, because I would think that from the cards it probably means do your own thing. But for me, the way I'm perceiving it is that we should be prepared to be authentic and speak our truth, and put behind whatever we believe in. So this means essentially not people pleasing, and my cat's tearing something up. Yeah, and just being open to opportunities that come. It can feel quite different when you're in a world where people are kind of focused and following ego ideals all the time, to actually turn around and follow the spirit. It can feel quite frightening and threatening to go in the opposite direction, because love and fear are polar opposites. So I know when I first started to awaken, it did feel quite threatening to, it's almost like you've got to come out of the closet with the things that you're interested in. But the more you do, the more people accept you, because the world is just a reflection. If we remember that everything is reflecting back to us what we think, and if people seem to be shaming us, it's because we've got shame in our own minds. So we can always just take it as a lesson and not judge the other person, and not take it personally, and over time it softens and we get to go more towards the light and the love that we want, which is essentially still our own way. It's God's way, but we are part of God. So levity, I have absolutely no idea what that word means. I need to look it up. The treatment of a serious matter with humour or lack or due respect. So this is an interesting one, because nothing is really serious on this planet. Everything that we think is serious is not. And the more we wake up, the more we end up laughing at the absurdity of life and the things that happen. I definitely am more light-hearted. I can see the many ways that the ego tries to embarrass us and shame us and trap us. And they're very conflicting and contradictory things that happen. So everything seems to amuse you when you're waking up. You just get more and more light-hearted. And also, as you release guilt, you become more light-hearted as well. Guilt makes us behave in more secretive and crazy ways. Candle magic. Interesting. I personally love candlelight. I like subdued lighting. It very much reminds me of heaven, which I kind of remember as very womb-like. So quite dark, subdued lighting and warmth from the flame. I really like to sit and watch the flame dance. It's kind of mesmerizing. It's almost like you're watching, you can kind of get lost in the flame. It's very fluid, like our mind is and like our spirit state is. But it's kind of got a hypnotic, warm glow about it. And it's nice to just relax with a candle. This one's already flipped over. Bodega cat. I think this is just about relaxing generally. As cats do, we can learn a lot from cats. Cats are very much relaxing. They never feel like they have to work hard. If they want food, then they just will ask for it. They never feel guilty. Never feel guilty about resting or playing. They go after what they want. They're just very sweet. So I think we can learn a lot from cats. And they don't follow rules either, which is always good. So the portal. This kind of makes me think a little bit about the Matrix, in that as if the kingdom of heaven is the portal, and it's the mind. We have to go through changes in the mind. The mind is the portal to living a different life, because the mind is the cause of everything. So yeah, if we want a different life, we need to change things at the mind level for sure. Letting go. Yeah, letting go is really important, because if we hang on to things, then we can feel as if we're in a lot of pain. I know this is a lesson that we all have to learn. I've got quite good at letting go of things over time, because you kind of realise that you're not really letting go of anything. Because if we're all one in mind and we're all anchored in the heart at all times, then things can come and go, but we don't actually necessarily feel the pain of it. It's really our interpretation that something is lost that causes pain. But as we're on the spiritual path and we understand that we live by concepts. So if we have a concept that everything is separate and that we can lose things, then we're going to end up in pain. Whereas if we have a concept, an understanding that everything that comes in and out of our lives is actually meant to happen, is meant to be helpful, and that nothing is ever really lost anyway, because the fragments in the dream are all connected. And even though they may appear to disappear or come back, then we're still always linked. The love is still always there. And the more we grow and trust in the spirit, and the more we purify the mind, the more we feel that connection to everything, and we feel safer to just let go, because we know that it's helpful for us to let go. We know that it doesn't hurt if we let go, and we also know that something else is coming that's helpful and good, and if we stay present, then there's no issues. Yeah, we'll have emotions to process, but all is good, all is well. Right, let's have 2 more cards. I do like these cards, they're so sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Oh, there we go, those 2 want to flip over. So we've got a new day. This makes me think of a tabula rasa state of mind, where not just every day, but every moment is a new moment to think differently, a new moment to align with the spirit, align with the right mind, and to have a very expansive view that, yeah, we can expand in any moment into love. Love is infinite, so we can just keep growing in love and growing in our expansive nature all the time. And this card kind of ties in with it as well, very much so. We can go this way or that way, and we can kind of look at that as we can choose the right mind or the wrong mind, or whichever direction we go in, we can make the best of it by being present. So we're always going to be given different opportunities, and as long as we take the right mind with us, then we can be happy wherever we go. Right, I hope you enjoyed this. I love you all. Bye.